live stream, and those of you who in the United States, as you can see, I'm streaming. For those of you who live more towards on the eastern side, like New York, Florida, already like it's getting pretty close to Tuesday here, and what I wanted to talk to you guys about is Jesus, hold on. Well, obviously, Black Ops 4. Now, I've read the reviews. I have my own opinion on it. Like every other person in the world. I've seen the YouTube videos. And I must honestly say, a lot of you guys have very, very petty reasons to hate this game. Like, for example, no campaign. Why do I think this is petty? Is because you guys are probably wondering why CoD Zombies. Why do you think the fact that we're complaining about no campaign is petty? It's petty because, like, be honest, guys. When was the last good Call of Duty campaign? For those who are extremely picky, and some of you might be mindless sheep, most of you guys would probably say BO2. Anybody who isn't necessarily picky about campaign, a lot of you guys could, or not a lot, but like, I'm pretty sure some of you guys could say that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare had a decent campaign. But still, ever since Call of Duty started making, ever since Activision started having Call of Duties on the next-gen consoles, being the PS4 and Xbox One, campaigns have gotten kind of shit. And that could be because they have to make 5 different copies of Call of Duty. One for PC, the next-gen consoles for being PS4 and Xbox One, and then Xbox 360 and PS3. But they only did that for 3 Call of Duties. But they didn't make a campaign for Black Ops 3 last gen. They only did multiplayer and zombies. And let's go over these campaigns. Let's start off with Ghosts. Ghosts was kind of meh. It's just nothing really extraordinary about it. There's nothing that can make people will have an holy shit this happened moment. Like, where in Ghosts do you see that? The bad guy wants to get revenge because his teammates saved the rest of his squad, even though he pretty much knew that he was gonna die anyways, and especially the situation he was in. He was like, between him and his teammate was some sort of weird bar or set of destruction, and that they have the, like, he's like, the guy's holding on, but like, if Elias, the guy that you play as in that specific mission, actually held on, everyone would die. You're so pissed off of it at him for leaving you to death when everybody knew that it's either everybody dies or one person dies in that situation, or possibly dies at least, and you go to join the enemy, who were terrorists, by the way, in that Call of Duty campaign, and go after him by killing him in front of his own sons. Really? The missions were fun. I liked the stealth mission. I liked Like the stadium mission, the search and rescue mission. But like, come on, it was horrible. The plot was weak. The villain was weak. And he pulled a Bane. Like, come on, that was a total Batman reference. When Rourke escaped from the plane. Now, on to Advanced Warfare. This sort of meh is more on the good side as opposed to Ghost, where the meh was more on the bad side. But Advanced Warfare wasn't all too great either. For one thing, this is not me. This is somewhat me complaining about the movement system, because like for me the futuristic stuff was sort of meh on me. Like, I could care less about it. But okay, Kevin Spacey was a great bad guy in Call of Duty. He played a great bad guy. And what do you guys think he was gonna do when his son died in that mission? Like, okay, I think declaring war on the United Nations was obviously over the top and stupid. But I mean, it was an emotional moment for him. Like, what else did you expect him to do? I mean, he had the power and the money to declare war on anyone he wanted. I mean, seriously, guys, come on. Oh, the reason why there's no game sound is because I did that. I wanted to do that, by the way, if you guys didn't notice. But I made sure there's sound from my mic. So, yeah. BO3. BO3, hands down, has to be the worst Call of Duty campaign of all time. Yes, I am saying it is worse than the very dull Call of Duty World War II campaign. But at least that had some historical stuff in it. It had something that seemed to be excited about. BO3 was just... BO3's campaign was so shitty that not only didn't even bother to have a name for the main character. Call of Duty campaign had a character that you played that was pretty much the main character, had a fucking name. Captain Price, Captain McTavish, Roach, Alex Mason, David Mason, Frank Woods. For Ghost, it would be Logan. And then I guess in the past mission, it's Elias. But BO3, like, if you turn on to subtitles in the BO3 campaign, the subtitle literally says player. Player. Like, you guys are complaining about not having a campaign in Black Ops 4? We could have had something like BO3. Like, where the plot is so dull and boring and weak and shit, to the point that it could be converted to a zombies, in quotation marks, campaign. That to me wasn't a zombies campaign. It felt like a campaign just with zombies as your bad guys, or as your NPCs, your enemy NPCs. Which made a bad campaign. The bad guy was also weak. I mean, seriously, an evil AI that wants to wipe out humanity. Totally never seen that happen before. Sarcasm level over 9,000 here, brothers. Like, freaking Ultron from Marvel. Freaking Ultron from Marvel, freaking Omega or O'Malley from Red vs. Blue, and Gamma from Red vs. Blue. Come on. Corvus might as well be a weak-ass version of Terminator. Terminator. Like, you guys are complaining about no campaign? The last good campaign that most of you guys would say is BO2. Guaranteed. Of course, I'm not saying that everybody on Earth hates the Ghost campaign or the Infinite Warfare campaign or the BO3 campaign. I'm just saying that I'm 90% certain that the majority of you guys did not like the Ghost campaign, the Advanced Warfare campaign, nor the BO3 campaign. Infinite Warfare's campaign was okay. It was better than BO3, had a much better story than BO3, had a much better villain than Ghosts, and had a much better plot than in Advanced Warfare. So yeah, like, listen, I like Call of Duty campaigns. I like the BO2 campaign. I can't tell you how many times I replayed the Modern Warfare 2 campaign and the BO1 campaign. And the BO2 campaign. I replayed those campaigns over and over to the point where I would play them over multiplayer or zombies. I don't see that with Ghosts. I don't see that with Advanced Warfare. And especially not BO3. With Infinite Warfare, it's kind of mixed bag. I only played Zombies at Spaceland and Raven the Redwoods. Zombies at Spaceland was kind of crap, in my opinion. Raven the Redwoods was good enough for me to play it a few times. Until I decided to go back to BO3 Zombies. Infinite Warfare had an okay multiplayer. It was okay. I played it for a bit. Just nothing too exciting. BO3's multiplayer, I would say it's better than Infinite Warfare's, but yeah, I'm like, whatever. And also, like, why do so many of you big YouTubers or big multiplayer guys downgrade Zombies so much? It is not just a little shy game with a little bit of big story. It had quite a bit of backstory, even in World at War, where there was pretty much where a storyline didn't even start yet. I mean, all he had was stuff about Peter McKay in World at War. It didn't, like, the storyline didn't really get going until BO1. Like, I can somewhat understand why some people, a lot of you multiplayer guys don't really get the zombie storyline all too much, because you had to be a fan of zombies for at least as long as a BO1 player. At the very least a BO2 player, and at the most a BO1 player for zombies. Like, and also, is campaign really replayable? If you think about it, like, come on, guys. How is campaign replayable? And if I remember correctly, there's only, what, 2 campaigns where you can play a Call of Duty with your friends? Listen, guys. Campaign is single player, or at least the majority of Call of Duty campaigns are. They are single player. What is the point of having a game console and internet to play your Call of Duty and all you care about is campaign? Like, I'm scratching my head here. Like, isn't the point of you getting a console and having internet and to play your Call of Duty was to play with your friends? There's only 2 campaigns out of all the Call of Duties where you can play the Call of Duty campaign with your friends. Being World at War and Black Ops 3. That was it. And how many of you guys played multiplayer or zombies over campaign on a daily basis? Like, if you really think about it, the campaigns are easy. Like, even putting it on regular or hardened, it takes me, of all people, to complete the campaign in less than a week. Less than a week. For a pro, and especially if you pretty much have nothing to do, or your job pretty much is to play video games, it could take you, like, it could probably take you guys less than a week on veteran, as opposed to me taking less than a week on regular or hardened. Like, why? I'm not saying every campaign campaign mode or story mode in the world is just not worth it, because there are some video games out there that pretty much base their entire game on a single player sort of video game, like Assassin's Creed. But like, for a campaign for a shooter of all things, and even more, and especially for ones with a multiplayer or online mode, are you guys really that hyped for a campaign that has like 10 to 12 missions? Like, really? Like, I've only played campaign just to see what happens, and that's it. I put on regular recruiter hardened, play it once, and half the time I don't even complete the damn thing. Like, it took me 2 years to complete Call of Duty Ghost campaign because I just didn't really care. Advanced Warfare took me like a month or 2 because I didn't really care that much. But it was a pretty good story anyways. Black Ops 3, I didn't even complete it. Like, I didn't even bother thinking of completing it until, like, I don't know, Call of Duty World War II. I completed Infinite Warfare campaign because that seemed interesting. And it was interesting. Call of Duty World War II, I just played it because, it was historical. It was fairly easy, in my opinion. Like, even on Harden, it was fairly easy. So, yeah. So, like, I'm not going to change your guys' opinions on should this be a $30 game or a $60 game. But like, this Battle Royale is a more polished version of PUBG, and also not only a more polished version, but a more war-driven version, and then Fortnite. Both of them being free Battle Royale games. Those are less complete than Blackout Battle Royale. Like, man, Blackout was made by a AAA company. And it's not a cartoony sort of battle royale. So, the reason why you think in Call of Duty should be worth $30-$40 is... I got nothing. Like, even if you guys think that the Specialist HQ thing was worth half of a campaign, you still have of Blackout, which is a polished, better version of frickin' free Battle Royale games. And it's made by a AAA company instead of some, like, deadbeat 30-year-old dads in their creating a game in their parents' garage or something. I don't know. Like, I mean, compare PUBG's graphics to Blackout's. Like, even on a regular-ass PS4 like my own. And this is the original PS4. I got this. This is like a day one PS4, guys. This is the holiday 2013 PS4. Not a PS4 Slim, not a PS4 Pro, PS4 2013. A nearly 5-year-old console. Running on Wi-Fi of all things. Not wired Ethernet cord internet. Wi-Fi. Blackout looks pretty good to me. I even got a solo win. I can prove it to you guys later. Okay, yeah, theater mode's a bit glitchy. Like, the zombies are invisible. Like, I just noticed that. So, yeah. All of the hate towards Black Ops 4, or not all of it, but probably most of it at least, is for very, very, very petty reasons. Such as the whole no campaign thing. Petty. Very petty. And especially since the last good Call of Duty campaign, in terms of the community's opinion, is most likely BO2. I mean, did you guys really like the Ghost campaign? As far as I know, the majority of people hated Ghost and Advanced Warfare. And I thought Ghost had a pretty okay multiplayer to me. Well, that's just my opinion. And I've seen quite a lot of people play Call of Duty Ghosts for PS4. It's not a lot, but I think it has about the same... I think it's... has the same amount of people that play Black Ops 2 currently on the PS3. Which is like maybe 100,000, which is not terrible. And especially for video games that are like 5-6 years old, you know? So, I'm wondering, did I change your guys' opinion on Black Ops 4? Do you think for those, okay, and for those who have yet to try out Zombies, will you try out Zombies? I highly suggest casual. Well, because, hold on. I wonder... Huh. I'll just have that. Look at me just sprinting around. Lol. Yeah, best starting room. So, yeah. For those of you who have yet to play Zombies, play it. And if you guys want to know, the first Call of Duty Zombies game was World at War. So for those of you who have never touched Call of Duty Zombies, I highly, highly, highly suggest play as much zombies as you can from World at War, BO1, BO2, BO3, and BO4. Don't even bother with Advanced Warfare Zombies or Infinite Warfare Zombies. It was okay, but like Traitor Zombies is the best. I mean, seriously, do you guys know what kind of gun I am using? I am using a shotgun grenade launcher. A shotgun grenade launcher. And you're telling, and some of these multiplayer guys are telling me that like zombies ain't fun. Like, this is fun. This is more fun than playing campaign. It truly is. Because for all the season pass holders of Black Ops 4, you have 4 different maps to choose from. You have this map, the Gladiator map. You have the Titanic, called Voyage of Despair. You have Alcatraz Island, called Blood of the Dead. And then you have the Pentagon, called Classified. And you people are telling me that campaign is more fun than shooting zombies in the Pentagon? Hypocrites. But in all seriousness, play freaking Zombies. Play it, please. For those of you who have played nothing but multiplayer and are complaining about the fact that there's no campaign. What else are we going to talk about? There's supposed to be a Blightfather there, but theater mode is glitching. So, yeah. Treyarch, you should fix that. What else can we talk about? I don't know, I guess share this video, or what will end up as a video in maybe an hour or so. Share it with your friends. Share it on your Twitter, Instagram. I don't care. For all I care, share it on Facebook. Hell, share it with your best friend who, for whatever reason, decided to get an Xbox One for Christmas instead of a PS4. See, are you guys telling me that campaign is more intense than this shit? Like, there's supposed to be a really big, Blight Father. It's supposed to be this four-legged, big-ass zombie that has a tongue that grabs you and pulls you in and tries to throw up on you. And the throw up is acid, or the throw up is acidic. Also, look, in casual mode, the easy mode, you get 5 hits. In normal mode, so like, think of it as like regular for campaign, that'd be 4 hit. Hardcore would be, I think it's either 2 hit or 3 hit, and realistic is a 1 hit. Like anything that hits you, you go down. Don't even use burned out. It burned out doesn't work. Well, it does. It just doesn't work in the way you want it to. Yeah, even the gun is a bit glitched. Lol. And this is me without using perks as well. I didn't bother using perks. Lol. What else can we talk about? I would ask the chat, but there is no